Hi everyone, my name is Damius Alexander. Thank you for looking at my channel. Do me a favor, like this, comment on it, share it, and subscribe to my channel, okay? Right away, I'm gonna let you guys know. My channel is all about wholesaling. This is for real estate, and it's really geared for wholesalers that are newbies, okay? It's my first time. I'm showing you guys right now from the start to the finish of how this thing is gonna go. Okay, if you don't know what wholesaling is, just to simplify it, wholesaling is finding a distressed property. You find that property, you find that seller. Let's say the property is worth $200,000 if it was all fixed up, okay? You find a seller, you get that property under contract with that seller for as low as possible. With our example, let's say you get the property under contract for $100,000. Now you get that property. You have a contract with that seller for $100,000. You go and find a cash buyer. A cash buyer is someone that can pay that property with cash, whether it's private money, whether it's hard money, but it has to be a cash transaction. Let's say you get a contract with that cash buyer for $110,000. So summarizing our example, you have a contract with the seller for $100,000. You have a contract with the end buyer for $110,000. When that property closes, there's a $10,000 spread between the two contracts. You receive the money in the middle. Right away, let me let you guys know, my channel, this is gonna be different than gurus, okay? Why? Because I am not a guru. I do not make $50,000 in wholesaling. I am starting. I'm gonna give you guys in-depth details. I'm gonna take you guys on appointments. I'm gonna show you guys the hardships. I'm gonna show you guys the downside of the roller coaster. It's not gonna be glamours and glitz. I want you guys to succeed, so I'm gonna try to show you guys as much behind the scenes as possible, okay? Thank you again for watching this video. Let's just talk a little bit again about me. Like I said, I'm new to wholesaling. I've been able to create quite a bit of momentum. Starting out, what I would say, newbie wholesalers, if you're starting, this is 2019, so if you're starting in 2018 and you really don't know where to go, you've heard it a lot. I apologize for saying it again, but you have to take action. You have to be willing to move forward. Do not be afraid to fail forward, okay? You will get better. You will. There's nothing you do right now that you did not have to start out rough. Just putting it in layman's terms, okay? That's, and since we're talking newbies, let's start with a lot of people's issues is, how do you get in real estate? You don't have money. I'm not gonna give you just a vague, well, you can get into real estate, wholesaling, no cash, no credit. I'm gonna give you guys free ways, and I'm gonna try to talk you guys through this step by step as videos become more available to you guys. So I'm gonna give you guys some of the things that I've done, and I've already just been, there's an immersion process that takes place. So I intentionally do things with no marketing dollar to generate leads. I do things that are relatively cheap. And when I say cheap, I mean maybe spending, $300 to $500 on marketing for the month. And then I've done some things where I've been able to spend $4 to $5 grand a month, okay? Starting out, let's talk about the freebies. We'll start with the easier things. What I like to do is what a lot of people know is called driving for dollars. Driving for dollars is simple. You get in your vehicle, you pick a neighborhood, you drive that neighborhood, and you look for distressed properties. You find that distressed property. Now I'm gonna break down what do you do when you find a distressed property. I'm gonna give you actual steps that I take, things that I have done, and they have been very successful for me, okay? You find distressed properties. When you find that property, obviously you write the address down, go to your county assessor's website, okay? Every property, you have to pay taxes on your property. So go to your county assessor's website, find the owner. The owner name will be there along with an address, which is a mailing address. There you go. You can send a letter, you can send a postcard. Postcards are cheaper. In later videos, I'll get more granular with what I like to do, the cycles that I like to do with postcards and letters and things of that nature, and how to track it. We'll get into all that. But right now, I literally want to try to hold your hand and really get you guys to understand this. as in depth as possible, but as simple as possible. So yeah, with the example, you find the property, you look up the owner on the assessor's website, you can simply mail them a letter. I would advise, what I like to do, and I've tested this and it works for me, it's kind of having what they call an omnipresence. And what that is you're pretty much hitting a seller from different angles. So when I drop my postcard, or if I drop my letter to a particular property, I also skip trace that property or skip trace that owner. For those who do not know, skip tracing is simply where you get the owner's information and you track down a phone number that you can reach them at. So what I like to do is I like to mail a letter, mail a postcard, and then I actually like to, within the 2 to 3 days that it may take for the letter to drop, I like to actually get phone numbers and start calling those sellers right away. Here is why. I've put this to the test. I've had properties where I sent I called. I've done calling. I've called and I've called and I've called. I left voicemails. I did this for about a week, 3 times a day, calling sellers, and I never got an answer. So at this time, I'm still uncertain if I even have the right number. But I mailed them a postcard. 3 days later, I've been calling these people for a week. While I dropped my postcard, I never was able to get them to answer the phone. On the 3rd day, that seller called me from a different phone number that I skip traced, and the number was inaccurate. Just to find out, once I got on the phone with the seller, I spoke to him about the phone number that I thought I had. They actually did have that phone number, but it was a phone that they just didn't use. So just kind of some keys is, when you drop mail, don't just sit back and wait. If you can get on the phone with them, get on the phone with them. So those are some of the things I like to do. They're freebies. I'll get into some more, free ways of getting started. But if you want to get started right now, you don't have money or your funds are very limited, driving for dollars is key. Find the properties and don't limit yourself, okay? I'm going to do videos about the mindset because before you can really understand what this thing can do for you, it's all with the mindset. Mindset, the mechanics, and the byproduct is the money. So just remember those 3 M's. I'll leave it there for now. Trust me, I can't wait to give so much information to you guys, and more so, I want to hear what you guys have to say. So please add in with the comments, key in if you have some things. Remember, I am not the only one that's watching and reading comments. I will try to respond to comments the best way I can. But please understand that this is something that we all have to work at collectively. I want you to succeed. I'm starting my channel now because my goals is to eventually have a multi-million-dollar wholesaling business. I have my goals written out, I have my steps, and I have reverse engineered everything I need to do to reach my goals. I will get into everything with how for motivation, how you get things going, and how you stay motivated throughout your days, because you're going to have moments where you don't want to do it. Does this really work? Am I wasting my time? I did mail and I didn't get any response. There's so many other wholesalers in my neighborhood. I see so many other bandit signs. We're going to get into all that, to how to keep you hyper focused. So I'll leave this video here. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Again, like my video, share it. Do not assume just because you won't share that someone else cannot use this information. You never know who's waiting for information like this. So please share, subscribe, leave your comments. I look forward to hearing from you guys, and thank you, and I will take you on my journey to my multi-million-dollar wholesaling business.